rent annually or yearly. How can yearly and I be a home be at us? And to help me have this conversation, I have Francis, who's going through a lot of heat daily. He goes through heat daily. And Essinu, if I got the name right, she's very pretty. Because of that, Massive asked her to sit behind the monitor. How will I see her face? But it's all good. God is with me. 23 minutes after 4. Very soon I'll open the phone lines, but not yet. So my question here is, should landlords be restricted from raising their annual rents or yearly rents? Or should they be restricted from raising the rent yearly? And I say yes. No, I mean no. Because if I say yes, it means they should be restricted, right? Okay, I'm trying to say no, they shouldn't. Because I bought my land, bought my bricks, but do you know how these people keep increasing iron rods, cement, iron rods? And then after I built a house, I give it out, people to rent, trying to help to make life easy for you. You come, you stay in, and I'm saying that after every year, just a little bit, because maintenance and all that. Some of you tenants are troublesome. The number of girls some of you guys bring to your place. When I was building it, where were you? I had a little, Francis, what do you think?
Right. Shout out to all our viewers and listeners.
Yes. Guys, we are live on Facebook, 3FM 92.7. We're having a conversation. Go out there, put your comments there. We will read it out. Jane just joined us. I think I know what she'll say already, but yeah, we'll just hear. Francis, so what do you think?
Okay, Trey. I think the answer is not necessarily yes or no, but it's a matter of regulation. I think they should, in a way, find how they can regulate how even the amount that they can increase. Because, I have been a victim of it before, and I know most of us that are listening to us on this radio today can attest to this, that some of the tenants are just outrageous when it comes to increment or raising the amount of rent. And it's just because they feel, I'm the owner of the land, the owner of the house, so it's the amount I think I want to just,
It's not like they feel,
that but in the same, with the same time, since it doesn't mean that you need to overburden somebody because you have someone renting. You can't rent your own house. You built because you wanted someone to rent. However,
it's a commercial property.
However, you should also see that you need to be sane a bit. Think about people. Look at the economy. What is really going on? How are people making it in life? All right.
When I was buying the iron rods, why didn't the seller tell me that?
No.
Why didn't the people tell me that they are trying to bear with me? They have to bear with me. Do you know that when you buy iron rods this week, and you go next week, the price goes up?
Yes, it does.
When they say, dollar this, dollar that, this one this, this one that.
These iron rods, did you not buy them in bulk for the construction or whatever purpose it is? So if you bought it in bulk and you have used it, my mom is a landlady. Sometimes she consults me for these things.
As an upcoming landlord, I put it to you. That is not like that at all.
No.
You see, maybe I don't know what your mom does. Maybe Sikane Taho, that's different.
No.
Some of us, we are building by faith. We are going according to the biblical way of building. Really? That we build with wisdom and not money. So some of us, when we go this week, we won't go and buy boko. We buy what is there, what is available. Sometimes you free it. Because we take it on credit. and then you come back and the price
first. People actually like buy on higher purchase.
No, we are still. You say first. We are still. We are still. No, everybody else in Ghana.
Oh no, there's some kind of like estimation that at least every Ghanaian owes some amount of money.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody owes. We all owe.
But then I feel like even if you are going to increase rent, you have to be reasonable.
I mean, fine.
Can't tell me
so
that
you are agreeing that I should be allowed to increase?
You are allowed to, because you may need to do some reconstruction, renovations.
Okay. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. So far as you are agreeing, it's okay.
Check to some extent. I'm not agreeing.
No, I don't want the explanation.
I'm not agreeing on the whole.
The question is straightforward.
Yes,
the question is straightforward. It's yes or no. So.
Yes, because I'm a daughter of a landlady.
Everyone has an interest.
You see live, Esinu. Did I pronounce the name right?
Yes, you did.
And I'm a pro-acho. Esinu. Esinu. Let's go for an Esinuic break. Okay, what do you think?
So, looking at the conditions we have in our country here, I strongly believe that landlords and landladies should be restricted.
They should.
They should.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you know the price of a land in Accra? Hey.
Prices of land last 2 years. If you compare them to the price of land, I'm sure it may have shot up relatively.
It is the land keeps appreciating. So I am appreciating. Everything about land is so because the land is the name is a landlord. It means that I'm also appreciating. Everything about the land is. Do you know when you get somebody to value a house, even if it's a house you've built 20 years ago, and they value it, depending on the location, the kind of people that have come to live there now. Maybe you bought the house, your father gave it to you 1960 something.
Yeah.
It will go up.
Understood.
So why can I not go up with my prices, with my rent?
Let me give you an example.
Okay, give me.
So my sister is renting, and I'm staying with her.
Okay.
And we have this landlord that he wants to increase the rent, but at the end of the day, there are issues with the room, and he's not willing to address the issues.
That's another thing. No, when it comes to so now that's where Jane's conditions and stuff comes. Okay, but as you know, don't you want to stay with another person? You know, looking at the situation. Okay, so back to the topic. Jane.
Major deviation.
How is it? How is it a deviation?
Major deviation.
I'm trying to help. Because the landlord is not fixing the place and wants to increase.
Let us help the tenant. But those things really worry people.
Exactly.
And especially when you pay, before you pay for the place, this person assures you that everything is intact. And then you get there, you realize the ceiling is leaking.
Why didn't you go to rent control? When the ceiling was leaking.
So there's like
you have stayed there.
Some people are
you have enjoyed the room. You have received visitors, especially the guys who come there. All sorts of women. And now you are telling me because there was a leakage, something you didn't know, you didn't see that there was a leakage when you were coming in.
I feel like as a tenant, you need to educate yourself on what privileges you enjoy.
I agree.
And how you need to press your landlord or landlady to get things done in your favor. So when you get educated about these things, you are more confident when you move to her. You say, you need to fix this because I need to enjoy that. I've paid for the space. You understand? So as a tenant, learn about your privileges before you pay for a space.
So you come to stay in my house. You want to learn about privileges?
Yes, so you have to learn about your privileges, your rights, and whatever it is.
You are staying in my house. You have rights.
Hey, you're also regulated, right? You have the Rent Act that is regulating everything.
What does the Rent Act say?
In fact, let me open it.
Because we need to get to the bottom of this. As a landlord, I have to be sure Because yes.
Do you know that even before you increase or raise your rent, you need to apply for an assessment of the house by Rent Act. Then rent control will come and assess the elements and everything that is in the house. If it's due and it's right that you need to raise the rent, then they give you a certificate for satisfaction. That is when you can raise the amount. I think people don't know about that. And it's about time
I am a law-abiding citizen of this country.
Yes.
But some laws don't work. All these things you are saying is good, is in the book.
Yes.
But they don't do it.
But I think it's about time we apply them.
So this is what the Rent Act says about rent increases. It says the landlord needs to provide written notice to tenants before increasing rent.
Thank you.
Including details of the old and new rent amounts according to the Rent Controls Department Act right now. So I just pulled this up from the...
Thank you. So it doesn't say I cannot increase. I can send you a letter to say, Dear Jane...
Granted.
Jane, I am increasing, as of the month, the year, something, I'm increasing the rent to 12,000 Ghana cedis.
No, but let's consider the window. Let's consider
which window?
The window. We're human, so it's not just rent we're paying for. We're paying for other things.
Every year is too much.
We're buying personal care items.
Then build your house.
Let's be measured.
How would you make money?
If we all
build our houses.
But the case is that now we've all not built. So if you are renting, humble yourself.
You just have to be reasonable because every landlord, I believe, was once a tenant.
Well, if in your father's house you are not a tenant. Yeah, in your father's house you are not a tenant. But let's find out what the guys out there have to say. 0559 242 717. 0559 242 717 or 0556 10154. 0556 910154. 0556 910154 or 0559 242 717. We're also live on Facebook. You can go on there, put on your comments. We will definitely read it for you. Yeah, if you're a landlord, holla. And if you're a tenant, yeah, you use your data money to keep your data money because we were about to increase. OCA.
Call and tell us why. We need answers to why they keep
Are you saying that if
it?
Okay, we have a caller on. We have a caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, your name, please.
Hey.
Oh, we lost that one. Please, when you call us, go straight to your name, where you're calling from, and let's get talking. This is Easy Talk here on 3FM Drive, 0559 242 717. Asking the question, should landlords be restricted from increasing rent annually? And you can also call us on 0556 910154. As you know, you don't want to be friends with a landlord.
Oh, I have people who are
landlords.
I have friends who are landlords. And I'll certainly be a landlady one day.
Amen.
Yes. You can be a landlady automatically.
Hey, take this information wisely. And start praying about it. Yo.
You guys, yeah, man. So we're waiting to hear from you. But I have a question.
Yeah.
So if I inform all my tenants that, okay, I'm increasing, it means they have to
Prepare.
They have to prepare. I need to give them room to prepare.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you can't just take it right then when you say you want to.
It says landlords, the act says landlords need to provide written notices.
6 months ahead.
How long should a notice be?
6 months ahead of time.
6 months?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, 6 months is... Well, so far as we are agreeing. That's my point too. if we are agreeing, then even if it's 1 year, I don't mind. I can send you the letter a year ahead. Yeah, we have a caller. Hello. Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Who am I speaking with?
Please, AC. Hope you are well.
I am great, AC. AC, what's your take on this one?
Funny enough, I haven't read the rents, their whatever. So I can't attack them. But then I think it's high time rent control take this thing up. It's so annoying when you go to places, you rent, rooms, and look, last year I paid 1,000. This year the landlord took 1,500.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes, 500 cities. So after I paid, I did not want up and down because she's a troublemaker. So when I went to her and I wanted to pay the rent, and she said, it's now 1,500. I said, okay. So I just transferred the money to her. So a week after, then my neighbors in the house called me and said, they want us to have a meeting because the landlord had increased the price. I said, well, I've already paid mine because I did not want a wahala. Then I think it's high time, because if you go to the Western world, they don't just increase. They even look at the areas. Maybe this area, if you have 2 bedrooms, it's 1,000 cities. Or if you go to this area, it's 500. So they are being regulated. But I think Ghana, they charge anyhow. When they're even looking for a room, they want 2 years advance. Nothing is working, and we are dying. We work, and at the end of the day, we pour all our money into their hands. And only God knows how much you even told me this December for me to pay. And it's just becoming too much. And we can't carry. Rooms are not like caskets that we can carry. So unfortunately, we leave our rooms behind and we move to other regions because of work. And every day we are struggling with this landlords and their rent wahala. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, she's spoken passionately. Very emotional. Yeah, but build it. It just came out. So here on Facebook, now Loretta says, this is a pressing issue, but the regulatory authority is doing nothing about it. David Lamte says, I support it 100%. According to the law, tenants must not pay rent in advance for more than 6 months. But most landlords demand more than 2 years in advance, and we are calling on the rent control to intervene for us. So Ismail Gabriel says, if only prices of goods does not go up. What does this got to do with anything? Hamdi says, yes, it means they should be restricted. Owusu Edwin says, yes, they should be restricted. Al Amin Karim says, if this is how things are going to be like, I will slap my landlord pay. You'll be arrested. Calm down. Calm down. Violet Chinaza says, yes, imagine increasing rent from 900 Ghana cedis to 1,500. Wow, that's too much. But the lady says something that is, depending on the area you live and all of that, ahana emfao. Because area be a bon. It's the difference between pan and womb. No, but what's the difference? Maybe, nice buildings. There are nice buildings everywhere. Well, so what? What is it? See. Don't tell me that cantonments, la bodni, be a bon. Prosper Kwame Sedufia says, all we need is government and affordable houses. I agree. Rich Don Major says, they also need to reduce their price. So, okay. Seram says, all our leaders are landlords. They are all estate developers. Well, that could be a point. Because if they are benefiting, then, that's... We don't have facts, so we can't say it's true. Yeah. Sure. But if that's what I'm saying, if. That's the thing. Dina Elisha says, should government be restricted from raising price of iron rod, cement, and other building materials quarterly? That's what I was talking about. Because price regulation is a problem in Ghana, period. Yes. We you can go to the same market, you buy the same product, different prices from different people, and so price regulation is a challenge.
Same product.
Yeah, same product. It's a challenge. So that's why I'm saying that then the unfair treatment is where you are also building, you are buying iron rods, cement, you are buying a truck of sand, a truck of stones, and they are bringing you laterite, you are buying this wood and all of that, bamboo, some are using steel now, and it's expensive, and nobody is looking at regulating those prices. Why should we have mercy on mercy upon?
They may whatever cost they incurred from the foundation up to the erection ceiling, they may have got it back.
Yeah.
How?
They may, if you put, let's say, in constructing an apartment, you put about $10,000 into raising the building.
$10,000.
In a span of, I'm just saying,
okay.
I'm just making an estimation.
Okay.
In like 2 years, you may have gotten the money back. But after these 2 years, you keep shooting the prices up outrageously.
Because
that's
we
what
are,
we're saying.
we are still trying to get
measured.
it back. We are
Be
trying
measured.
to get it back.
No. Some people, they have collect their car long time. But in all of this, we're not talking about the income of these tenants.
Yeah.
Are their salaries, are they also increasing relatively to the increase in the rents? We're stuck.
Okay, so Jane, take your bring your last submission. Francis will do the same. Esinu will do the same, and then because we have 2 minutes to wrap up.
Landlords, landladies, I think we should approach this matter with a little sentiment or emotion. Let's reason with our tenants, please. Let's be measured in terms of how much, the extent to which we increase these rents, because they're a burden on the tenants. So please, let's be reasonable when we want to shoot up our rents.
Do you also realize, or do you also know that some landlords go to the extent of doing government's job for them, or let's say, what do you call those ones? Municipal assembly, because some go constructing gutters that they are not supposed to construct. They will construct. Some go to the extent of even creating roads, fixing roads, just because it's a commercial building and they pay rent. Do you know you have to pay property rate? But the commercial one is different from if you are using it as your house. So they pay property rate, they pay ECG to bring you meters.
But then
they pay. They are paying for everything.
This landlord
and nobody is having mercy on them.
That you want to take it upon yourself to construct gutter. What happened to communal labor? All of you in the area cannot gather funds.
I like this point.
Only you. You want to shove money into doing gutter.
It's not.
You can't blame your tenants.
No,
because sometimes the pressure is from your tenants. For example, they are complaining that the water is not going, it's not this, it's not. I've seen it before.
It happens. But
that's why
I'm side conversation.
Can you talk for a very long time? Like, just be talking. Talk for me. Talk for me.
If you were living in that apartment, certainly you would get your gutters done, you will get your road done. Yeah. So it's not really about the fact that you have a tenant in
But some places don't have these facilities.
Yes, some areas don't have. Which area is that?
My area, for instance.
Which area? OEB?
Yes.
Which side? Okay, you go ahead. Don't worry. We'll get there.
So we have like the landlords association. So the roads, the gutters, they do it. So it's a communal thing. So it's not like my landlord coming to say
take it upon himself
to do it.
But your landlord is contributing. It means he's investing some money.
Patrick, this contribution, it needs to be like maybe a household conversation. Oh, my people, this thing, we need it. Can we all contribute individually? You cannot force me to pay.
When my uncle, the landlord, said that he was collecting money to buy a transformer, everybody locked their door.
Simple.
But you see, we have power issues in that area, and if we had bought it, it would have saved my people keep coming on me TV me I say me Masa, we are tired.
It all comes down to conversation. Let's talk about it. We need it, granted. But How can we? You cannot put pressure on me and say I'm giving you an ultimatum 2 days. Fish or cough up this money and let's construct.
That's why I'm saying that in increasing it, I will give you a notice, like the rent control says, 6 months. So you know. But if I am allowed, then I'm fine. Then we have to finish this segment. Francis,
I still stick to my decision.
This will be your last submission.
Yes, I still stick to it that it has to be restricted.
Okay.
Right? There has to be like a body where we have the rent control, but they need to come together and get a system and a structure well planned out, so that at the end of the day, whatever you decide, it affects every other landlord. And we are able to get people to follow up at the right time. If not, landlords, there are some of them who are not reasonable at all.
Really?
Okay, I think you have a point.
My mother has no part.
Francis, please go ahead.
So, Trick, I'm not against raising rent, but I think the time frame also matters. If it's going to be yearly, that's too much.
Okay.
You can consider maybe 2 years or something.
Or 3 years.
And also, our landlords and landladies should be considerate when it comes to increasing. If you know your tenants have been complaining about some maintenance problems in the house, you should sort that out. Fix it before you try to even raise the amount. Don't just be, outrageous and inconsiderate. You just, because I faced it in school. When I was in school, there was where I used to be accommodated. There was this, my landlord doesn't even care whether the toilet, closet, sports. We had a lot of things. There was a need for maintenance, but he never minded. He would just come and would dump it on you. This year he's adding this amount to you, and it is a must. You must pay, because if you don't, he would definitely, evacuate you or eject you from the place. So. What we are saying is that we are not against the increment or reason, but they should be considerate. At the same time, 1 year is too much. You take this month, this year, and just the next year, you're increasing again. No, that's too much.
Okay,
Maybe
so Francis is saying consider 2 years, a 2 year interval before increment. Janet, she's saying that no, we should not be increasing by heart. Because we should consider
the salary is still at its flat rate.
We should even consider people's salary
being increased.
Yeah, I said now Uber and me, yeah, DJ Bagoti has something to say.
All right, so first of all, shouts to all landlords and landladies. My dad is one. So I am going to say this: what my dad does, he gives you a 5-year interval.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Where is the property?
He gives you a 5-year interval.
Where the free sales and marketing?
And then what he does is, before any increment, there's renovation.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah, there's renovation before any increment.
That's great.
So I think if it is going to work for you as a landlord, come on, do it. If it's not going to work for you, please have your own terms and condition, which we will have no option than to abide by, because when you were building, we were not there.
Yeah.
We were not there when you were building. Yes. Yeah. You have nowhere else to go.
Because
you will find the money and pay.
When your salary is also increased, you won't come and tell your landlord. If that's the case, then when you get any increment, come and tell me.
They won't increase it. They won't increase their salary.
Jane, I'll be